Hello and welcome back to Crafty Concepts with Erin. I'm Erin and I'm here today with the creative design team, and we are bringing you Christmas in July for this month's collaboration. I have here on my desk the White Pines collection. Now this is a bring back my pack, so it's been updated, given fresh makeover with new colors, and there's also a sticker sheet. But let me show you these pattern papers a little closer here. So this one here has a toffee background and these beautiful wintry Christmas trees. I love this pattern paper. So every sheet is double-sided, and this is what's on the back. It's the candy apple red with little snowflakes on there. And then we have this zigzag stripe with all of the colors in the paper pack. And on the back is glacier, and it's kind of like this little diamond pattern, very pretty. And two of those, you get two of each sheet. And then this one, I love these berries and the leaves on there. And on the back are these winter trees that just have these beautiful branches. And then there's a second sheet of that one there. So I also want to show you the coordinating sticker sheet. Lots of title options. 'Tis the season, all bundled up. Merry Christmas. And I love how we have both winter and Christmas icons. Today I'm going to be creating a scrapbook page for you with two photos of my son that have a very strong winter vibe. Obviously, he's sledding and he's out playing in the snow, looking so cute. And of course, there he's eating it. What kid doesn't eat the snow, right? I have two of the stamp sets that I've had from the original collection, and this is White Pines Cardmaking and White Pines Scrapbooking. There are additional stamps. I'll pop those up on the screen here in just a second. Look at that cute little fox on the left there. So these are also available. And then here's the two I just showed you. So we'll go ahead and clear this out of the way. And I always like to work on my VersaMat. It just gives a nice grid, easy to line things up. And I've pulled these papers. I think these are the ones I primarily want to focus on. These pictures were taken the week after Christmas, but I want to do a winter layout. I have almond cardstock here. Now toffee is the color in the workshop, but almond goes very nicely. So I'm just kind of looking at my papers. I do want to start by removing these zip strips from the bottom, so I'll do that off camera, and always hang on to these. They're perfect for embellishing your projects. I'm thinking I want to use this glacier pattern paper as my background, and I pulled a sheet of the vanilla cardstock, but my photos aren't really standing out, so I want to try them on the darker shade of the almond, and I think they pop a lot more. So I'm going to go with that as my second layer there, and I just like the contrast between the white in the photos and that beautiful almond color. I'm cutting this down to 10 by 10 squares, so we have a nice 1-inch margin. I will gut this out so we don't waste it. I went ahead and did that off camera, and now I want to sand the edges of this almond cardstock. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know I love to do this because close to my heart, cardstock has that white core, and it just looks so cool to add that distressing. So I did that all the way around, and I also added a sheet of candy apple red to the entire background photo to give that little pop of red. My son's hat in the photos is red, so I just kind of wanted to highlight that. And I'm using this snowflake paper to create a photo mat for these two pictures. And now I have this Dina Wakley gloss spray in white. I want to use this to create some splatters on the background to make it look like snow is falling. I'm bringing in my all-purpose mat because this gives me a nice wipeable surface and it'll protect my desk there. So I just want to put this to the left of the photos, shake it really well. There's a little ball inside that helps you kind of mix it up, and don't open it over your project. Ask me how I know. Open it off to the side and then just tap, tap. Now you can spray these, but for the look of snow flurries, you just want to tap. And because this is acrylic paint mix, it's going to sit on top of your paper and really give you this nice, vibrant white. So just tap, tap, tap to your heart's content. This does take a little bit to dry, so maybe about, 5-10 minutes, not too long. And so you definitely want to let that dry. I did add more to the lower corner there. And then I thought, you know what? I want to add some clear shimmer with my shimmer brush because who doesn't love a little sparkle, right? So I brought back in my all-purpose mat, and now I'm just tapping on top of wherever I put my snow flurries and adding the sparkle. I know you can't really appreciate it in the video, but trust me, it's very, very sparkly and very pretty. So now that our base layers are all ready, I can bring back in my photos and start the embellishing. I did pull this title off the sticker sheet. I tried to cut it out to, play with it on my layout, and I just couldn't handle it. I had to pull it off, and I used my anti-static pouch to remove the tackiness from the back, and now I can use it like a die cut. I don't know why it bothered me to cut it out. It just did. So I'm going to stick with my anti-static pouch. I also pulled all of these stickers off. Look at that cute little bird with the scarf and the hat. There's some snowflakes, a snowman, and a couple little sayings there. And I love this little pine bough with the pine cone. Now the snowman, I was thinking up here, but I don't like that he's looking that way. So I feel like he needs to be on the left-hand side of the page. So I'm going to put him right there looking in towards the photo. And I thought this Snow Much Fun circle would look nice. I'm going to create a cluster up here at the top corner of the photos. And the little bird, he could sit down there, but up here, I'm not sure. Maybe up here. We'll bring that little character up since we have the snowman down in the corner. And now there is a bird facing the other direction too. So lots of options. The snowflakes, I'm going to just kind of try those out in different locations. And I'm thinking maybe over here. These pictures of my youngest son, Clayton, were taken several years ago. He's a teenager now, about to turn 15. But I loved these snowy days. They would just spend hours outside, and he would pretend he was like a little animal in the snow, and he'd dig little burrows and do all sorts of fun, cute stuff. And I'm showing you guys this little tree, and it looked a little bit too Christmassy to me, so I pulled out these two avocado-colored pine trees because he was in the forest, and it's hard to see in the photo, but there are pine trees in the background there that he's under. So I thought these would look cute, and the green brings in some warmth to this layout, but I don't like that there's only two. So I'm going to use this stamp, and I'm going to bring in some more trees. I have some vanilla cardstock and avocado ink, and so I'm going to ink this stamp up really quick, and I think that will add some nice contrast because it's still the avocado color, but it's on the vanilla. It didn't quite stamp well, so I flipped the cardstock over and did it again. That's perfect, and I'm going to cut that out with my microtip scissors off camera. There is a background layer to this stamp, so I could have made it a solid avocado tree and then stamped the little, tree layers over the top of it, but I kind of like the different look of the vanilla cardstock next to the solid avocado tree. So I thought that filled that space nicely, and it looks balanced, so I can go ahead and add foam tape to some of these elements just to give it some dimension and create that shadowing, and then others I'll tack directly down to the layout. I have to say, it was really fun to kind of mix this up and do a Christmas layout. I know during the holidays, we're kind of like, not another Christmas layout, but right now it was a welcome change, and I really enjoyed it. After I finished this layout, I thought it would be fun to take a look at the original double-page scrapbook layout I created with the White Pines collection. It was from a workshop, and then I have two brand new Christmas cards to show that I haven't shared yet, so hang tight for those. Also, in the spirit of Christmas in July, close to my heart is having a flash sale starting Monday, July 16th that will go through the 18th, and it is a Christmas flash sale. So be sure to check that out. It starts 3 o'clock Mountain Time. I'm on the West Coast, so that'll be 2 o'clock for me. But yeah, things go fast. So, mark your calendar, set a timer on your phone, and then you can come back on the 16th and check that out. I'll have a link to my online store if you are one of those Christmas in July fans and you want to get a jump start on your card making or your Christmas projects. I just about have everything adhered down, and I am loving the whimsical vibe of these stickers and embellishments. I feel like they really capture the moment of in this memory of my son when he was scampering around in the snow, just having a grand time. So like I said, they would sled for hours, and once they got tired of sledding, they would just kind of be in the snow, digging little burrows, hanging out under the trees, just living like little winter creatures would live. So cute. I pulled some red gems from my, these are like enamel dots from my stash, and I thought I'll just put 3 in each cluster just to add some texture and some more of that red color. I've got them in my stash, so why not? And then I'll repeat that down here. Stuck under my fingernail. Okay, there we got it. So 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm going to move this one kind of up here. I'm just making a triangle formation with my dots. When you use 3 and place them in that triangle form, they usually look really well. So there's a little tip in placing those little embellishments. But this layout's done. It's so cute. Look at that little snowman. He's so happy, all bundled up and filled with joy. And so I hope you guys like this one. But let's take a look at my original layout. Now, I didn't come up with this. It was from one of Close to My Heart's workshops. So you could see I used the tree here, and then this is the title element. And then we stamped a couple of these on the page. There's the holly and the pine sprigs. And that is a Cricut die cut, I believe from the Artistry collection, that was designed to go with these stamps in this set. And then here's one on this side, and I like how we layer the die cuts with the stamped images and lots of photos on this page. So this was a fun layout, and I didn't want to change it because I thought it was awesome. So let's take a look at these cards. Here's my first card. So for this one, I pulled in the card making stamp. I stamped the wreath in toffee, and then using fern, I used these little sprigs here, and then candy apple red for the berries, and then Merry Christmas for our sentiment, also in the red. Now I added some red liquid pearls to the wreath, and of course I messed it up. Yes, I'm human, so I have floating berries off my wreath, but that's okay. It works. I just smeared it, so I had to put some random berries out there. Now this is my second card, and I really like this one. So I combined a lot of the stamped images to create this card. So again, we have the little like sprig, this little pine branch here, and from this stamp, I used the berries, and I fussy cut all these out. And then we did the holly leaves, and I love how they have that pattern, and I did that in the toffee color. And then for the Christmas tree, I used Oh Christmas Tree from the card making stamp. And then I did second generation stamping for the base layer in New England Ivy. And then first generation stamping with the top piece to give that some detail. And then I did some little embossing and sanding on the New England Ivy cardstock there, and just created this little cluster in the lower left-hand corner. So I thought that one was really pretty. I hope you guys were inspired by all of these fun Christmas projects. Stay tuned because all week long, the creative design team will be bringing you Christmas ideas. Tomorrow is Julie, so check back and I'll have a link to her video in the description box below. Bye!